Billion-dollar table is where you educate yourself to do better. I believe a business is life. So if you're really doing good in life, you can do good in business. But if you can't do good in life, you will never do good in business. Everything is connected. We're here to learn. And we are here with the biggest in the game, my brother Tanzel. He is NFL player, and we have a lot to know and learn from. Brother, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your time. And it's an honor for me to have you on the show, brother.
Appreciate you for having me, dog. Appreciate you for having me.
Of course, my brother.
Yes, sir.
So how you introduce yourself to the world?
I'm Tanzel Smart, 30 years old, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Professional athlete, been playing in the NFL for 8 years. Went to Tulane University, drafted in the 6th rounds by the LA Rams. You know, family man, wife named Jada, daughter named Tatum, you know. God is love.
Blessing, brother, blessing, blessing. So, bro, I mean, everybody know the glory, but they don't know about the story. They see the glory, right? But they don't know the story, right? So, and we know there is so much challenge in life to get somewhere, right? So, what the story is, like where you started from, how you started, and how you got here.
Oh, like I said, man, you know, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, been playing football since knee high, you know, and just, you know, coming from, I guess you could say, some people say country town, small town. I think Baton Rouge, it is what it is. But worked real hard in high school, man. Got a scholarship to Tulane University in 11th grade, and you know they stuck by my side, and they was on me the whole time. So you know the good Lord sent me there, and I fell in love with New Orleans. Met my wife at Tulane. You know, coming from everybody out there who knows football, Tulane wasn't the biggest football school they are now. You know, but you know, it was hard to get there, man. It was hard to get to the NFL, man. But just like you always say, your mindset is something. I'm a bigger believer in God, so I spoke everything I wanted to existence. You know, I said I was gonna go to the Senior Bowl. I said I was gonna get drafted. You know, and all those things came true. And you know, and that was my, you know, education was number one, but getting to the NFL was like my biggest goal I set for my life, and I got there, man. You know. 8 years and counting, you know, it's a blessing, but it was hard, man. It was hard, like a lot of long nights, a bunch of early mornings. You know, one story, I got to the college, I was 360. You know, I was 360 pounds, so, you know, I had, you know, so I had to, you know, get into college, all the food, man, you know, free food, free chips or whatever, you know, pizza, wings or whatever. So I had to get right, man. I had to change my life in that aspect and, you know, start to take it way more serious because I knew the goal. I wanted to graduate and I wanted to go to the NFL, and the good Lord gave me that, bro.
Man, that's a blessing, bro. And you deserve it. I mean, you did work for it and you existed, as you say. But it's still like there is challenges, right?
Yes,
like there is so much to get to a point in life. Personally, I know it's like it's not given to us, you feel me? And especially like when you in America and you know, you have the background you come from. You come not from a city, you're not educated as you said, so you have to educate yourself. And we are as like, you know, brown colors and black people, we have also extra difficulty or extra effort to put in extra work to get what we want to get.
For sure.
So the biggest challenge that faced you on this journey, because everybody, a lot of people dream to be in NFL, right?
Yes, yes.
But not everybody making it.
Yes.
Bro. So what is that challenge and how you overcome it?
Oh, so just like you said, man, I guess they call it like the time span in the NFL. Well, getting there is crazy because I saw a stat the other day. I think probably like one guy off your high school team maybe can go to the NFL, and like the chance decreased from there. So the challenge was getting there, you know, just like I said earlier, because of coming from Tulane. So small school, all the scouts and, you know, the owners, the GMs were saying, well, he didn't play the level of competition like you guys down there at LSU or Alabama or whatnot. So that was one step. And then my size, they said I was too short and I was too small, you know? So, and then getting in the NFL, gaining weight, you know, I can't pull myself to grow, you know? But like being in the NFL, like every year, it was always something. It was just, oh, well, he's too small. Could he do it? He's, you know, his arm's not long enough. You need to gain weight. we're gonna put you in the starting position right here, but the next week, you're really not cutting. You're not cutting it. You don't look a part. You know, but
And you hear that, right? Like you.
right, I hear that.
So how you taking it?
So like to take prayer, man, prayer, and like you got to swallow a lot. Just like I said, like I have a wife and I have a family, so you know I feel like my job on this earth is to be a father and a husband. So I got to take a lot of that stuff in, and I got to block it out. Like I read something this morning, clear mind.
Right.
You know, so I got to clear everything out. Like, cause sometimes like we're human. I go to sleep thinking like, you know, man, coach said this, you know, I'm not playing this week. I'm not doing this. So I got to just pray like, look, Lord, just get me through today. Get me through today. And like I always said at practice or in the game, you can always have a bad play, but you can't have a bad day. You know, so like in like non-athletic terms, like say for instance, you on a job, I don't know. Let's say you can't, you're a doctor, you know, you miss something, but it could cost somebody life, right? You miss something. But I missed something, but then you kind of go back. Well, like think about it in your head, well, damn, I forgot to screw this, I forgot to screw that. And you kind of make up for it, you know?
Right.
And in those terms, that was a weird analogy, but still, like, yeah, man, I had to just shake it off. I had to shake it off because I had a lot, in the NFL, I had a lot of things going against me.
Right.
But I made it through. And, you know, the average lifespan in the NFL is 2 years, and I made it 8.
Bro, you are the greatest. And I have a lot of respect for that, bro. Because, like, to be a husband, I mean, from what I'm listening to right now, is the will you have and the why is way bigger from the wording that, you know, from disappointment that they're talking about or whatever they're trying to throw on you. Your why as being, like, knowing your purpose, you want to be a dad and a husband. And that's why it was enough to push you to break through and to go through all what you have been through, right? That's a lot of respect for that.
For sure.
You know, a lot of people, like, they're not even accepting to be a husband or a dad. They're running away from responsibility that they don't think, you know, they can do. And I think, you know, they're failing in the biggest, I think, thing that we created for as a man, to create this family and to be accountable and, you know, responsible of everything.
Right.
Yeah. So, bro, this is a greatness. So I know that lose or lose, I want to win, right? And in life, there is so much around us you can see. A history can't tell, you know, you can't see any like history of a player or history of a game or a history of a team or a country right now.
Right.
Even if you look to the account, like the whole history repeating itself because that's
sure.
the mindset.
For
you
sure.
know, the culture doing the same, people doing whatever it is, what they know, and we do what we know, and we know what we do. So how you program yourself on winning 8 years straight, and how you program yourself to become or to overcome, to create the winner inside of you. What happened there?
Just like you said, just knowing my why. You know what I'm saying? Knowing my why every morning, and knowing like since I was little, like in my grandma's kitchen watching TV, watching the NFL network, just saying like I'm gonna be on that one day. Just knowing the why and knowing my purpose on this earth and breaking through. And like just like you said, like I feel like a lot of times I lost in life. I lost at something I wanted to do. It was always a lesson, because it's always a blessing and a lesson to me. You know what I'm saying? So say for instance something like, and me and you sitting here sharing our stories, I can help you, you can help me, and who is ever out there watching, we're helping them. So everything I went through, you know, in the moment, you sad, you cry, whatever, you smile. Right. But everything I went through as I got older and as more I've gotten like my word, you know, my word of God, I kind of know, I'm like, well, I went through this for a reason. And just like you said, you want to give this back to people, and you came from a different country. You had to learn English. You had to do all this stuff.
Right.
Well, you might have somebody where you from trying to get to the same exact place where you at. And you know, and that's how I take it.
Man, that's greatness. That's really greatness. And there is money out there. Like there is money made, there is money going, money come in, right?
For sure.
Right.
For
so
sure.
What money means to you today?
I feel like the world we live in now, we think money can solve all our problems. Don't get me wrong. Right. Money solves a lot of problems, but you know, one thing in the Bible says a man can gain the whole world, but he can lose himself.
Fact.
You know, so I feel like money is money, but I'm at the point in my life now that having all the money in that world, I don't think that it can make me happy. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, you know, I'm blessed financially or whatever, but you see when you get a lot of money, like I said, it stresses in the game I played. So, and I've seen a lot of guys with a lot of money, you know, that the job could break you down. So I feel like having a lot of money is good, but if you don't have yourself spiritually, mentally, if you're not mentally right, money is nothing.
That's great.
You know, so that's how I feel about money. Money is good, but how are you? You know, how are you? Because I know a lot of, like, being raised with my mom, like my mom wasn't a millionaire, you know, we wasn't poor, but, you know, I know she don't have a lot of money as people I see, you know, in this regular life, and we had a good life and we was happy, you know. So it's either you have a lot of money, be happy, or you be broke and happy, I don't know. But I feel like money to me is, you know, it's just money. It's important, but, you know, I gotta have my mental health and I gotta be right spiritually first before I even care about a dollar. Because if I could have all this money in the world, I'm going crazy. What is money?
Right, that's blessing. You know, one time I asked my mentor on this show, right? He's a jiu-jitsu coach. He's a champion, the world of champion, right? He's from Philly. So his dad told him something great about money. He's like, listen, money only fixes money problem. If you are a bad dad, money will never make you a good dad. You're gonna be worth. If you drink, you will drink more. If you do drugs, you will do more drugs, you know? So that was like a waking moment for me, because as you say, in today's world, right, a lot of people, their why is the money, right? And this is, in my perspective, if you get what your why is, you will always fail. Like that's it. You're gonna just take it easy, and not. I don't think you're gonna be having the ethic, or I don't know, bro. I think there is always bigger purpose than money, in my perspective.
Right, and I see what you're saying. Like, I feel like you do the right thing, man. You treat people good. Be a father, be a husband. Even if you got kids, man, you treat people good, money's gonna come. You do the right thing and you grind, money's gonna come. Everything's gonna come. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Money is gonna come. So just like you said, if money is your purpose, you're doing it for the wrong thing. Money fix money problem. You gotta pay bills, you gotta keep the lights on. You know, so when I think people take it as the wrong thing, with like, money can't buy happiness. Well, I'm happy, I'm a millionaire. I'm like, you're right. But just like you said, money can't fix money things.
Right. No way, man. I think that, yeah, you're right.
Money only can fix money things. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Only fix money problems. So your background, you said your mom was a millionaire, you know, and you have like, or you grew up in a financial like.
What's that money? What mom wasn't a millionaire.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So how because in my experience of working with actors, athletes, and people, I see one thing though. I think they have a lot of knowledge of their field, but they don't have enough knowledge of managing that money or investing it out there. You know? And bro, like I've been talking with somebody like I think a month and a half ago. He did a show in Turkey. He's from my home. And he got a great opportunity, you know? So they have like a Turkish movies, like how they have American movies, sometimes they do it in Arabic, you know? They take the same name, they buy it from here, so they, you know, whatever. So he got a big time opportunity, man. And he got this money and he put him in a bank, right? So when we talking in a coaching session, I'm like, bro, like if you why you put him in a bank? He's like, I don't know what to do with him, you know? I'm like, what you did in the before? He's like, I spend them, you know, because you know the actors, they do like, they get the opportunity, they wait to the next one, right? Until they get it. I'm like, man, do you know that rich people, poor people, that's not even poor only in money. There is people poor in decision, in knowledge. They put money in the bank to the rich guy came to take the loan and open a business. It's like, that's true. I'm like, why don't you go ahead and open something so you can have a cash flow for the next 10 years? Maybe you don't get any other opportunity, right?
For sure.
So how do you manage like all this? You get the fame, you work out, you get the goal, and right now you're working out your way out to become the coach, right? So how that financial like affect your life and how you control that?
So financial literacy is important, just like you said, like coming from a lot of backgrounds, you know, even though we didn't want for a lot, but you know, I feel like the generation before us didn't know a lot about credit, didn't know a lot about the stock market, you know what I'm saying, bonds or whatever like that. So, and I feel like I have a financial advisor. I've been having my financial advisor for 7-8 years since I've been in the NFL, a lady out of DC, and she really helps me. It was a blessing to get her on my team. So she helps me in all that aspect, and now, like, it's breaking generational curses. You know, I could teach my daughter about financial literacy, and I like, you know, and that's what I think the biggest thing, the biggest help for me to have I guess you say money team. You know, my advisor helps me in a million ways. Anything I need, any decision I make, you know, it's my decision, but I got somebody in my ear who knows a lot about everything in that field to help me, like, guide my way through. So that's why, like, I've in that field, bro, I've been blessed. I haven't had any problems with that, and decision making, you know, she got my back, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I navigate through the financial thing.
Man. That's greatness. Because, bro, I think this is really important, because I grew up, like, I started working at 9 years old. You know, my family was, like, really broke. So I have to figure out a way. I have to go to school, come back, I go to work, come back, sleep next week, you know, the same thing. And when you think about generational wealth, you really have to be the first one, as you said, to break that. And that's happened by education. And I think everybody right now listening, like, to really know, to be knowledgeable about money, it's a different game. It's not about how much money you have, it's how much money you can make when you know about money, or how much money you can save, and how much people you can bless after that. And bro, I really appreciate that, because we all need leaders. I see a lot of followers around, but there is, like, you know, 19 Keys? I don't know if you heard about 19 Keys. Yeah, one time I was like, he's a really great leader too. He's one of the black people I always look up to, like Eric Thomas too. I don't know if you Eric Thomas. I love Eric Thomas too. My first mentor was Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali is in my subconscious mind. Like, any situation I get there, I'm the greatest, regardless what it is. I break through it under the water. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so he got me, and I appreciate God for allowing us to know these people and to be able to take the first step. So, man, after you told me about your wife, and I would love to understand the story, like, how important for you to be a dad and to be a great husband, because this is something I have to say. The reason I asked my brother to be here is because I don't know anything about him, but he's a great dad. I see that in a few seconds. Like, he was, like, beyond great, and this grabbed my attention, because, bro, like, this is great to be great, you know?
Yes, sir.
So what that mean to you, though?
Like, I'm big, bro. My wife is my everything. My child is my everything. You know, like I told you, I met my wife in 2014 at the boot over there by Tulane outside, man. I met her, and I was hooked from the start, man. And I feel like she just helped groom me to be the man I am today. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you got somebody by your side, God-fearing, man, smart, you know, she's way smarter than me. That's big, man. That's big. And then, like, you know, we helped bless each other with our beautiful daughter, man. And it just gave me just another boost, you know. And just like, he who finds a wife finds a good thing, man, find favor with the Lord. I feel like that's a true scripture, man, out the Bible, man. Like, when you have a wife, man, she don't need nothing else. You don't need nobody else in your corner. You got your family, bro. Your wife is just, that's my road dog, man. She's my everything. Like, before I make a decision, we discuss it, man. And I feel like I need to come tell her everything that's going on about me, because she's that help, man. She's that help, bro. And it's a big thing. Like, family is my everything, you know. And like I told you now, I got some off time, and I'm enjoying every second with my family, bro.
That's a blessing, brother. That's greatness. That's greatness. So if you go back, like, right now, a few years back, right? What the biggest advice you give yourself?
Don't overthink. My grandma always told me, man, you better eat slow, because there ain't no more. So it's just like, take every chapter of my life and just take it in. Like, don't overthink. Like we were saying earlier, like, you have a bad play, coach tell you, man, if you do that again, you're not getting out. I mean, you're getting out. That's like life. You know what I'm saying? Just because you made a mistake, don't mean there's no tomorrow. It's always a tomorrow. And you got to be present. You have to be present in life with everything you do. So that's like my biggest advice to my old self, don't overthink. You thinking too much. Just calm down. It's like it's going to be all right.
That's fact. I mean, because God already blessing you, bro. So he will keep blessing you.
For sure.
Me, you know, and you deserve it. Like, I know you deserve it. I feel it. And this is something I always say, there is stuff you can't tell me, you can't show me, but you can make me feel the greatness you have. And we feel your greatness, bro. So I really appreciate that. And I know you will keep it up all the time.
Oh, I appreciate you, brother.
Bro, right now, as a coach, let's get back to this is like your professional, right?
Yes, sir.
We were talking about mindset. My personal experience, you know, I'm not in your field. I don't know what you know, and we don't know what we don't know, right? But I see a lot of lack of confidence, lack of a reason or why, you know, and the most importantly is the lack of like having no clear goal, clarity. Let's say they don't have a clear what they want to be. You have the goal. Okay, I want to be on this TV because you see it at your grandma's house, right?
Right.
And when you went to the school, they saying like fat, overweight. I'm gonna fucking make it regardless what the fuck they saying.
For sure.
Because you know exactly what you want. You know there is no way to get rid of that dream. And my personal experience again, when I talk to people or players, and even sometimes I spoke sometimes with a coach. He didn't want to pick up the responsibility on his team, you know? I'm like, bro, like you are the coach. Like you really have to pick this responsibility. You made that, you know?
For sure.
So how do you see that? How do you see the people today? Do you think people need a skill or more mindset?
They do. They need that skill because just like you said, everything starts with mindset. Mm-hmm. In your head, if you believe you can't do it, you ain't gonna do it. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Even if you think like, well, I lied. I was about to say, even if you think you can't do it, no, you gotta think you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like anything you set your mind to, you could do it. So the mindset is the biggest thing. You gotta believe. Belief. That's what I think. Belief. You gotta believe. Like wake up and believe. Like self-talk as well. Like my guy named Solomon Thomas. He's a big mindfulness guy. He's a big mindfulness guy. He always like when we're on the field together. I can. I will. Wow. He always reminds himself he can. He will. So and I always say like wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror, you tell yourself what you're gonna do. Tell God to help you, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta clear your mind. And that's what I think, bro. Like waking up in the morning, telling yourself you can and you will. Because if you tell yourself you can't, it ain't gonna happen.
Right. What the biggest challenge you think athletes facing today?
Whew, that's a tough one, man. I think the biggest challenge athletes are facing today is I think mental health, man, like you're saying. And you're a mental health coach, bro. And I think mental health, like this game we play, a lot of guys are looking for the glitz. They looking for the glamour. They looking for the money. But I feel like guys mentally, you know, a lot of us are not there. Because if we don't, like if somebody tells somebody no, and they don't know what to do. I feel like mental health is the biggest in the game right now, bro. Mental health is like, and it's always the guy in the locker room who's smiling the most, who's playing the most, you know, and they just don't have it mentally. And you see a lot of guys suffering after like football is done. Nobody know what to do. Yeah. And I feel like mentally athletes are destruct right now, bro.
Yeah, man. I feel like you're really right. I was watching yesterday the coach of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. He was talking about the mindset as well, like how much important, because they think, he said like, yeah, always think he's a great player. Like he's a great thinker. Like he's like, these people, they don't just play, they think right, you know? And to be honest, I mean, I feel like there is so much people, they don't know how to think. Like they don't know, like they have a lack of as I said, knowledge. And they just buying the dream. They sell them the dream. They put a lot of years and effort and hard time, and like they wake up early and they do all that, but they don't get to the happiness point they have, and they feel like, and when they lose, they get the trauma level, you know, like and then as a man, I mean, we have masculinity, especially on an athletic level. You can't say I'm hurt. You can't tell people I'm hurt, and they feel like, oh, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna fucking keep it. And I mean, man, I feel like so much people, especially when I lived in Miami, bro, they spend so much money on things that they really don't need.
For
just
sure.
to think they're gonna make them happy, and they go so broke spirit of the house, bro, to the house.
And I think, like, just to piggyback off you, bro, a lot of people say it's not okay to lose. It's okay to lose.
Of course.
You gotta lose to win.
Right.
And that's what I'm thinking. Like, just because this guy got a Ferrari and you don't, doesn't matter.
Right.
He's driving to this house mad in his Ferrari. You driving in your Honda, happy as can be.
Yeah.
And like I always say, like, go back to the money thing. It's not about how much you make, it's how much you keep.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
True story,
So like,
bro.
he can make 10 million.
Fact.
I can make 100,000.
Big time.
But we living the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
We're living the same.
But you feel better too.
Yes.
Like you have better feeling. Like you know, like I love your standards, bro. I really love like how you, I mean, like when you're talking about your wife, your daughter, this is something this is how we grow up, like, you feel me? And I think this family, the value you have to the family, they don't have that. They don't. They can't have that. And if they know the value of what you have, they're not gonna do extra for something that they don't want.
For sure.
You feel me? And I think the Ferrari is us. Like, I am the Ferrari, not
Right.
not what they're riding, you know? Yeah, and I think it's okay. But yeah, man, it's crazy how people always see the glory. They don't know the story. They don't know like how what's going on exactly, what happened.
And that's what I'm like, you look at guys on the internet, or you see that you see a guy in a nice car, you know, he didn't get there overnight, you know?
Fact.
And that's what guys gotta understand, you know, success don't come overnight. Like, you wanna be a millionaire, a billionaire, that don't come overnight. There was a lot of sleepless nights, it was a lot of sacrifice that got those guys to that level, you know, and that's what kids, just like you said in the store, that's what the young kids need to know. They need to watch stuff like this. They need to talk to people like you know, just to understand.
You, my bro. So what success mean to you? Because you just mentioned success. What success now means to you? You got the wife,
Yeah.
God bless. You got the beautiful queen, little queen you have, your daughter. You got you did 8 years. You got, I see you healthy, greatness.
Yeah.
So what success today looks like to you?
Maintaining the success I had before this, and you know, just my family success. You know, whatever my wife wanted to do, set her goals out, helping other people, and getting my daughter to be better than I was, and having a better life than I did. Like I told you, don't get me wrong. I grew up, I didn't have a bad life at all, but you know, teaching my daughter about financial literacy, teaching about God, teaching how to treat people right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not judging anyone. You know, and that's what success means to me, man. Like, maintaining the success I had, helping others, you know, fulfilling whatever goal my wife have, and fulfilling whatever goals my kids have, and the kids I don't have.
That's a greatness, brother. That's really greatness. So, what if somebody right now want to hear like your motivations or inspirational words, like you can't talk to yourself or to them, right? What you can tell them, like straight to the point.
Man, keep God first. Don't overthink. It's gonna be all right. Those three things, it's gonna be all right. Don't overthink, bro. Like, have a great mindset. Whatever you're going through right now can't last forever. It won't last forever. It won't last forever, you know? So don't overthink, go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be all right. Like, you know, I told you I'm a spiritual guy, so I read in the Bible, like, don't worry about what you're gonna eat or drink. If God lets the birds, you know, he lets the birds in the sky fly. They don't know what they're gonna eat, they don't know what they're gonna drink. Are they better than you? No.
Fact. Even the trees, man.
Right.
Like sometimes I'm like, yo, I promise, sometimes on the window, I'm like, God, how great. Like, this tree never complain, never ask for rain, never ask for help, for shade. Like, this tree got anything and everything she wants, to the point that where she at, she can't even move. But this is like how God always taking care of his people.
Like,
everything
you think a tree thinking about what he gonna eat,
you feel me?
what he gonna do next week? You think he thinking about
rain gonna come?
You know, so like just chill out, man.
Bro.
Don't overthink. That's my advice. Like, chill out, don't overthink, bro. Just, you know, be present, be grateful for what you have.
That's greatness, bro. That's greatness, and this is all for you. This is for you to do what you're really dreaming of, because we know that you have a dream and we know it's not easy, but what we're really sure about is possible. We all start somewhere, but you really have to start. When you start, you have to put God first, as he said, because when God first, you will always do the right action, you will do the right decision, and you will not, I feel like, hurt people, because the way you treat people is the way you treat God, and the way you talk to people is the way you talk to God and to yourself. So, man, I really want to appreciate you big time for this time, for your wisdom. This has mean a lot, and we want to ask you one thing before you go, right? Who is the people that you think they should be on this podcast, in your perspective, that you can maybe connect us with?
Man, I got a couple of people in the city, man, I can connect you with, man. I got my good trainer.
Right.
He's a strength coach at UNO, Derek Joseph, man. I got my other guy who played for the Washington Redskins. He's from New Orleans, man. Car guy.
Yes, sir.
Cornelius Lucas, man. Got a couple of people, man. I could try to link you with, it, man. I think it'll be real good for the show. Like a lot of guys who mean a lot to New Orleans or Louisiana, man. I got a couple of guys in the chamber, man.
That's a blessing for us.
And a woman, man. I like my wife too, man. She's a pharmacist, real successful,
too.
Man. So
yeah, man.
a lot of people learn from her. Yeah.
So yeah, I heard that, and she's coming soon. I would love her to meet my beautiful wife too, man. I appreciate you. This is not just like for me. I appreciate you doing that for me, but this is for everybody. And you just want to know, like, you are appreciated, and we love you, bro. Thank you for everything you did, and I know you will do more, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
So remember, that's God first, and I will see you at the top.